What's going on, guys? It's Will Rich with Stockmate. Hopefully you're having a great day today. So KULR stock, it's been on our radar for a little bit. One of the things we've noticed is that they've consistently kind of sold off the past week or so. They started to find the support here at $1.26. Something big is going on, which is if they are allocating 90%, that's right, 90% of their surplus cash into Bitcoin, that's a risk that hasn't really played off too well over the past month. You see this sell-off in KULR stock, kind of deviating from that overall direction that we've seen with KULR stock over the past few months. You see, as they started to spike, started to maybe recover, this sell-off in Bitcoin has hurt them. But today, Bitcoin is up 10% just in the past few hours. So 10% surge, about $8,000 surge, and it bounced perfectly on this 200-day moving average. Now, it would make sense that we could continue to see Bitcoin surge a little bit more, as it notoriously likes to bounce on this 200-day moving average. You've seen it time and time again. It likes to bounce there, especially if we're in an overall upward direction, which over the past few years with Bitcoin, we have been. Now, when it comes down to this move of Bitcoin going up 10%, just to put that in perspective, KULR stock has $60 million invested into Bitcoin. Now, normally when we cover KULR stock, we're talking about NASA partnerships. We're talking about the technicals. We're talking about the overall direction of their company partnering with, drone tech, their KULR Vibe, their battery systems, their Lockheed Martin partnerships, all that. But what we're talking about here is essentially a positive response expected to potentially happen at the beginning of the week. And the thing about the beginning of the week surge is most likely that we wouldn't see it take place for the entire week, because there's a lot of uncertainty that's most likely going to hit the markets this Wednesday. We're expecting some announcements to come out. That's when the tariffs start to go into effect later this week. Actually, we're going to see the tariffs go into effect. We're going to see how that impacts the markets. Possibly the markets are already pricing in for some of that action, as we've seen the market sell off the past week or so. But now KULR stock, it's right at this support, and it's in a range. Wow, I zoomed in way too much. Let's break it down more to like a 1 hour. There we go. Okay. It's in a range that's at the support, bouncing at $1.26. And of course, they were down 2% Friday. But if we see this Bitcoin rally continue of going up 9%, 10% or more, and it does continue to surge, then KULR stock most likely will see some positive investor sentiment, maybe more of a recovery in the near term. Now, one thing to note is that KULR stock's financials are still catching up. I believe that when we looked at their financials, their revenue per quarter was around 3 million. Okay, so slightly increasing, up year over year in almost every asset class, or every expenditure, every income. You can see their assets increasing. But the thing is when this type of move happens, it's going to positively affect them, but also negatively affect them if Bitcoin goes down. So we also have to monitor it closely. We'll be watching at market open on Monday. And if you guys want to watch us trade live and join me there, it's the second link in the description. What are your thoughts on KULR stock? Do you think it's going to recover with Bitcoin as well? Or do you think that it's going to potentially sell off and this isn't enough to push the stock higher? I would imagine there's going to be some correlation, and potentially this Bitcoin move up will start to shoot KULR stock up throughout the beginning of the week. Now let's see if Bitcoin holds, see how it looks over the next few days, and what it looks like at market open. Again, if you guys want to watch me trade live at market open, it's that second link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.